Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Akela-B. Hi, Akela. How are you?
I am good. Hi, Jean. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Yes, it's still morning. Yes, I am good, Jean. Thanks.
It's fun. It's fun. I love, having somebody that is up and around and bright-eyed around this time of day for sure. I
Mhm.
This is my finest working. Honestly, what I do is I get up at 6 and I work from 6 to 12 on my computer because that is when I'm at my sharpest. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm an early riser too. I get up at 6, no matter what day it is, do what I have to do, and then I may take a nap. And every Sunday, I have to take a nap from kid. I have to, don't, 12 o'clock, I'm like, don't call me, don't look for me. I'm in my bed. So, yeah, but I'm an early person too.
Hmm. Hmm. Hi, Violets for Roses and Crystal T2s and Shannon 91 and Shakira's. That's cute. Ascending Universal Butterfly, Mary Kay Lim, Shine Truth.
Like, I don't try, I'm protected.
Oh,
Like,
don't try's here. Aw. And Nivra's here. Wow. Wow. Lots of questions already. So I had a great show with Mark the Spirit Whisperer yesterday. And if anybody hasn't seen it, we had some really powerful readings come through, some really powerful messages. So please do go on over and check that out. And you were on with Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot.
yeah. Scott and I were on yesterday and we had a blast. We had fun. A little bit of technical issues, but we pushed through it. Yeah. There's some when challenges arise, you just have to sometimes keep going. So, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Don't try. It takes one to know one. She said, you two look wonderful.
Oh, thank you. But
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
and listen,
That's,
right? It's what's on the inside that shines outward, no matter what. Yeah.
it certainly does. It certainly does. Yep. And I see everybody putting their questions in. I just wanted to show you my events that are coming up, and one is today. So I wanted to share this, Akila. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a minute. And the first one is the past life mini readings, and that's today, Sunday, November 16th. In case you're watching this on a different day, at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And you can just come on over to my website and click right here. You'll see the events page. I know it's quite small, but it's right under this picture here. And you click on the events page and you come up and you see all of my upcoming events. And then when you come to the past life mini reading, and this is what I was so thrilled about this new feature with my website, because you don't have to contact me and then I have to get back to you and send you the I can just be here and show up right at the time, right at 4 o'clock when the show starts. And whenever you go in here and purchase a ticket, you get the link for the Zoom right away in that receipt in your email. You get it right away. So it depends on how long it takes you to get it. I wouldn't do it more than 30 minutes before the event. You come on here and you see how much the event is, and the day and the time. And I do say, please plan to arrive 10 minutes before the start time, because we do start on time at that, at 4 o'clock is when it begins. So make sure you come in 10 minutes before. I'll be there 10 or 15 minutes before. So you just have to click on this attend, go through the purchasing um, uh, section, and you'll be emailed the Zoom link right away. So if anybody is watching this later, they can. Also, I do this for my psychic study practice group. I'm offering it one at a time, and usually everybody who's in my practice group, I offer it like the spring batch or package or a summer package, and I'll give them the option in a package. But a couple of people have been asking me that they only want to come to one to see what it's like. So if you'd like to do that, that is next Sunday, the 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And again, you can click on this and see what the cost is, find out a little bit more about it, and then you can just click attend. And you can, again, if you're not sure if you're going to be available and you find out, oh, I'm available tomorrow, I can get this right away. Okay. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention to everybody, and I haven't gotten a chance, I'll try and do that. This is a free event. This is evidential mediumship demonstration gallery style. And you see here it says $0 for the event. And this is with Wisdom Seeker Joan and Gerald from Tarot Stash and myself. We're going to be doing a gallery style mediumship demonstration. And what we need is like a closed container, because we can't do this live on air because everybody's loved ones will be coming in and it would be very overwhelming. We only ask that the loved ones that have a message for you that are here in this event, and then those loved ones can step forward. And we would do it like evidential, like we would say somebody who passed before they were 40, somebody, I see a male with salt and pepper hair, I see a male that was a musician, and so everybody would put their hand up if they had a male that, crossed on the other side. And then you would put your hand down if he wasn't a musician or if any of that, information that you couldn't take. And then we use it as a process of elimination. And then you get the message that way. It's a little bit of a different style, but it's very exciting. And it does require a closed container. And that's why I'm doing this. This is our first event doing this, and that's why it's free. And please do come on over and check it out. And like I said, as long as you can get in there before the 10 minutes before the start time, I would give yourself 30 minutes though, because emails, it might, how it generates emails and then you have to wait for the email to get to you. It might be a little bit, but I love that feature of this new program that I have, and that I don't have to send out emails, because one time somebody signed up for one of my events and I transposed 2 letters on their email by mistake. You're just typing. It was a typo, and they paid for the event, and they didn't get in because they didn't have the link. And I felt really bad. And I, obviously I've refunded them, but it was, I just wanted a way to remedy that. And that's why I like doing this. And so that's what I have so far. I have other events, but we'll talk about those later. Hi, Jenny in Virginia. Hi, Lark Kemper. Butterfly readings. Were your ears ringing? I was just talking about you, Linda. Very nice. Oh my gosh. Everybody is here. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate all of your requests for messages. So we're going to start with Shine Truth.
Okay.
And then we'll go with Nivra. And then we'll go with Crystal 2T2. And I know it says at Crystal, but it looks like Crystal. All right. Shine Truth, Nivra, and then Crystal.
Okay.
So Shine Truth, thank you all for being here. I love seeing everybody. Happy Sunday morning, right?
Yeah. And to be up this early. Woohoo!
I know. Would love any messages. I've been having bizarre things happening lately. Mother-in-law that passed 20 years ago in a dream, hearing my dog that passed barking last night, and seeing plasma in the trees. Wow.
Ooh.
I feel like you I feel like this is like a frequency thing for you, Shine Truth. And they say the veil is thinning, and they do say it does thin a little more around this time of year. what it is it is startling, but it's not frightening. And I understand that it's bizarre things, but I don't know. You What you can do if it is overwhelming for you, you can ask your spirit guides to help, help it to stay, stand back or not be so intense. And then you could try and integrate it a little bit at a time. Um, that is unusual that all of that, there are three different types of experiences, but I do feel as though it's your skills, your ability to feel, sense, and hear the energies in the other realms. And, that's what they're saying is coming anyway for humanity. We're going to be walking in two worlds on this earth. We're going to know and be able to hear, sense, and feel our spirit guides and angels and loved ones on the other side as we're walking here in this earth. We're going to be able to share messages by using telepathy. And this is all coming online. I do feel as though it's not something that's going to stay. I feel like it's sort of, they're trying to equalize it and temper it and give you a little bit and then back off a little bit, give you a little bit and back off. I'm also getting that maybe the solar flares are intensifying some of these experiences for you, Shine Truth. And I'm going to move you, Akela, just for your cards.
Okay.
And what do you have for Shine Truth?
So that is a lot, and I don't know if it was all in 1 week or maybe over a period, in a month or whatever, right? But what I felt, or what felt/heard, is that things are picking up for some people. Things are coming a little bit faster. Things that we weren't able to maybe hear internally. You're hearing it more frequently and you're thinking, okay, was that something outside, right? So it feels to me that your growth your development is a little it's starting to, I don't want to say fast track, because it's not really fast track, but something's shifting, right? And I pulled a card from the Gateway of Light activation and I got Akashic Records. And when I got this card, I was like, how does this tie in with what Shine Truth is seeing? And what I heard was, have you asked for someone for an Akashic record reading, Shine Truth? Just to see it, because it could be that even though this may be startling, other things that may have created fear in past lives or in childhood or whatever, maybe you're a bit more, as you're growing, developing, you are a bit more welcoming. So you're releasing, slowly releasing the fear or the anxiousness or whatever of the situations that happened in the past. But if you can, I feel like they want you to have an Akashic Records reading and you'll get more insight into probably why, you're seeing plasma in the trees. What has shifted is what I'm feeling. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting for you. I'm sorry, Jean. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You can finish.
And but it's just know that you're I'm trying not to say speed racing, but it's like you're on a fast track to where you need to be. And don't rush it, just embrace it. Don't be try not to be fearful of it. Like if you heard your dog barking, no, it's your dog, right? You know the love that you had for the dog had for you. Acknowledge it, say thank you, and just move on. And more things will start coming in. And as Jean mentioned, if it's too much at once, ask your guys to, maybe just to slow it down a little bit. And maybe you can ask them to help you better understand. because I will say, I noticed I've been hearing a lot more. Even when I lay down, I'll hear and I was like, I never heard all these sounds internally before, but things are shifting. So welcome it. I mean, it's up to you to embrace it and just go with the flow. And that's what I have, Jean.
Yeah, that's a really great suggestion, and a good way to grasp understanding and perspective. She said, "No, it's not fear. I was just really excited." And she said it happened over a few days. It wasn't all at once. So, but yeah, sometimes, and there's some. I think sometimes there's astrological alignments that open up that allow this sort of peak to come in, but in the same respect, just try not to judge if nothing happens for the next 6 weeks. It does ebb and flow, and they do sort of give it to us in bite-sized pieces. So good for you, Shine Truth. I appreciate that question. It was really neat. Aw. You're welcome. Okay, so I have Nivra. And after Nivra is Crystal, and then after Crystal is Jasmine. Okay. Will this immigration work out positively next year?
Okay.
I see things changing. I see things being more automated is what I hear, but I meant to say like transparent and accessible. But it came out automated. So I think that there's like we're going to really be using and utilizing technology. A lot of the systems that were in place were antiquated, and there was a lot of paperwork, and there was old-fashioned like filling out forms online, where we just like, and maybe in the future it would be updating documents and having an AI sort of scan the documents and do an assessment, which is not, it doesn't have judgment or human error in it. It's all very automated. So I see that coming in, and that may take a little while to be to sort of get in the works. But I do feel as though something about it being broken and not working properly. I think they may still try and use the old system while the new system is being built. So you may have, I don't know if it's almost, how like you can do your taxes on one website, or you can go to an app that does it automatically, and it sends it automatically, and it already has all your answers from last year. Like, this is what I see. Like, there is some sort of software that's going to be sort of automated, and it's like an assist to the program. So I see it changing. I see it getting a little easier, but when is a good question. Let me just see. Will the immigration go back to normal? No, I knew that right away. Will the immigration be improved and opened by June 1st of 2026? Around. Will the immigration be up and running and available, processing new applicants by September 1st of 2026? It's still saying around, but it's going yes, mostly yes. So maybe isn't there like a new fiscal year in September or October?
I think it's October. I think it's October. I may be wrong.
And you know what? There's an election too. So I think it's closer to that time. Unfortunately, Nivra, I'm sorry to say, but that's what I'm getting. But that was interesting that they showed me like what did I say it was? TurboTax. I don't know
Yeah.
if I can say that, but like that automated system. That's what it's going to be like. That so that it's it's much easier, much more fair, and everybody can do it. Everybody has access to it, and it sort of keeps all your documents so that when you re-up and stuff, it's going to be easier. So what do your cards say there, Miss Akela?
I went in and the first thing I saw, Nivra, and felt was like a little bit of chaos, right? And we all know with this whole immigration situation, it's very chaotic right now. But then I saw a gentleman standing in an office by a desk. And I saw his back. So I didn't see what he was looking at, what he was doing. But the vibe I felt was that it's sitting on somebody's desk. It's just sitting there. And this person who's coming in, I don't know if it's their office or if they are the observer, like trying to say, well, what's going on with all this stuff, right? That's what I got intuitively. I shuffled cards and I got the soulmates card came out, which was like, okay, well, but I think what this is saying, and at the bottom, what you can see, it says twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. And they just showed me, look at the image. The lady and the gentleman, they're together, right? So, I send a lot of, warm hugs to you because it is trying, to be in this situation. But if you want, and I'm sure you have photos of you two together, because you travel out of the area. Hold that image at heart. Keep focusing on this imagery, or of a photo of you all left together. Keep seeing it. Things will get better. The when is the tricky part, because even when things start to shift, right? The energy start to shift with immigration, then we have to get things back in order. So it's not like things are going to end and then boom. But what I'm saying is keep that positive, keep that light. That's what I heard. Keep that flame burning, which I know you are. But just see that. Say, I know we will be together. I see us here together in the United States, in the state that you live in, if you're going to continue to live in that state. See you and him together in that home, and imprint that in your mind. And every time when you try to think of him, see you all here, right? Because you're pushing that out. You're pushing that out. Things will be okay. Things will be okay. Things will be okay. I fully understand, how you're feeling, because I've said before, I have family members who are out of the country and, kind of like in the same boat. So I totally understand how you're feeling. But know that the universe knows the best time for everything. It may not be the time that we want it to happen, but the creator knows when it's the right time for the transition from there to here, for you all to be together, unified in physically, because connected, as the card says, it says soulmate, romantic partner, right? So you already have that bond, but it's just getting the physical parties together. So that's what I have for you, Nivra. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Akela. And thank you, Nivra. We appreciate you being here. And next, I have Crystal. And I just want to say a quick shout out to everybody who is a moderator. Thank you all for being here, for being a moderator. Everybody who is a member. And I forgot to mention, anybody who is a member, they get all of my events through the end of 2025 is included in their membership fee. Whatever membership they are, from $2.99 to $20.99 or whatever it is. I don't know. You get to attend, and I gave that link, I think 2 days ago. I gave the link to today's event. If anybody is a member and wants to come, just go to my post and scroll down and you'll see that I sent it to you. And thank you all for being a member. And I just wanted to say, hi, look, we have a VIP in the house. Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot just woke up, and there you are. Look, she was just with you yesterday, and he's like, wait a minute.
She's up again.
Yep, night and day. Akela-B is on this YouTube. Speaking of that, everybody, please do go on over to Akela's YouTube channel and help her out. She needs subscribers to help her get to a point where she can start using certain features in YouTube. And she is a phenomenal reader. Please do go over and subscribe to Akela-B. And if you tell your friends to subscribe too, just get her up there, get her up in the 500s. We need her to get there. So there's certain things you can and can't do in your YouTube unless you have a certain number of subscribers. And you can see she's an amazing, amazing reader. And we really appreciate that.
Thank you, Jean.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, Viva. Okay, I read that wrong. But welcome, Viva Mus 88, Jenny in Virginia. And there we have that butterfly readings again.
Viva Mus 88. Oh, that's nice. Annie's Gifts is here. Hi, Annie's Gifts.
Ooh, I like that. Annie's Gifts.
So let me just, Crystal would like just general guidance for her.
Okay.
And just let me know if I have the pronouns correct. I'm just assuming Crystal is her. Oh, she just went over and subscribed to Akela.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So you have very light energy. I understand that your name is Crystal, but you vibrate a little bit higher, almost like fairies or elementals. I don't know if you spend a lot of time outside or if you spend a lot of time with your pets, because that will help to raise your vibration. If you have cats and dogs or any kind of pets, that helps to raise your vibration. But I'm trying to find you, and your energy wasn't sort of solid. It was sort of like flying around a little bit, like a little. It was light and moving. So maybe you love cats, good. Maybe being grounded or working on being grounded or trying to achieve a little bit more being grounded might be helpful to you. I'm not sure if you feel maybe that you, and it's okay if you don't like focus on one thing for longer than a certain period of time, or that's not a judgment. It's just your energy. If you have like 4 or 5 different projects running all at the same time, and a lot of women multitask, it's just something about your energy being in many different places and floating around and not quite grounded. And it could be that you, I don't know if you've been in the same home for a long time or if you move around. I don't see I don't see you sitting still. Does this make sense to you? I do see you being empathic. I see you being sensitive. I see you being aware. But she said, it makes sense. Too much work at my job. And it's overwhelming. Yeah, you definitely do need to ground. And I love that you love crystals. Hopefully it's not just your name, because they are really beautiful energy that is subtle, and it's very subtle, and it's slower energy, and it will help to ground you if you're interested in grounding. I had this is my medicine here, what I call it. My remedy is my labradorite, and I would keep it with me. I would have smaller pieces and keep them with me all the time. And this one, this big one, I would have in the bed with me, like under the covers. And and that's why I wanted it really soft and not very pointy, so that I could sleep with it. And sometimes I put it outside the blanket, and sometimes I put it inside the blanket. But it really did help to center my energy and help to relax and calm down my just my energy. And sometimes when you're overwhelmed and you're overworked, crystals and darker crystals. This is labradorite, or you could get this is fluorite is also one of my favorite ones, and this is labradorite, and you can get labradorite in little pieces too. This is labradorite, but I do feel as though you are in grounding would be a very good option for you, and I'm just going to stop there. How about you, Miss Keela?
Yeah, so interesting that you said grounding, because I noticed when I had a little bit of issues connecting, because it her name says, if you read it, is Rystl, but then we're saying crystal, like, so I'm like, okay, is it crystal? So I had a little difficulty there, but I noticed that I started to rock. I started to move. So Crystal, if you can't find a still moment, and it could be the grounding, as Jean says, getting out in the earth, or sometimes that you mentioned that your job is a lot, and you could have stuck energy somewhere. So spirit wants you to move. Just sit in a chair and rock some side to side. Put on music if you like music, and dance. That helps you move. You go out and ground, and on your grounding, you're releasing your accent. The Creator above and Mother Earth to help balance your chakra, your chakras, and helping to remove any stuck energy, anything that's blocking you. Okay, so grounding, I agree with Jean on that. And movement, any form of movement too. But as I sat here, my eyes closed, I saw a silhouette of a gentleman walk past me, or glide past me, I should say, not walk past. But when I saw this gentleman, I felt it was an ancestor. I didn't get a message. All I saw was a silhouette moving. So I went to my ancestors' deck, and it's called the Altar of Fire. And the message here, it says, good juju, right? See that Altar of Fire. But I'm going to read this real quickly. It says the Altar of Fire is represented by the Gaia Dua, the fire tree of the matriarchal Akan people. The fire tree holds the Kra, or life force energy, of the supreme being, goddess Nyam. The fire trees were planted by the Queen Mother, who maintained the ancestral altars and shrines of Goddess Nyam on behalf of her people. But what this card is saying is that there's something in the air, and it is your success. Great things are happening. So they want you to open up yourself to opportunities and unexpected choices that is going to come your way. It wants you to claim your moment. Claim your moment, beautiful. Embrace the rebirth of love. Embrace the rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. So I go back to the grounding, as Jean mentioned, and movement, right? So when you move that stuck energy, the flow happens, and you allow what the universe is trying to co-create with you to come in. Okay? So be like this tree and send those roots down into the earth, releasing what doesn't serve your highest good, and allow the success that the universe wants you to claim to come in. And that's what I have for you, Crystal. Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Keela. Thank you, Crystal. And here she says, too much work and job, and sometimes it's overwhelming. I just wanted to show everybody that. You're welcome, Crystal. So after Crystal, I have Jasmine, and I have to pick somebody else. So AA or AMLL. And you guys know you can go back to your YouTube channel and fix your name if you want to. I've heard that.
Yeah.
So this is Jasmine, and AMLL is next. So AMLL, if you can just say hello. Yeah, we can. Miss Sherlock wants to know, can both readers see comments? No, we can see your comment on both.
Mm-hmm.
We can see comments on both channels. StreamYard brings them together. All right. So her name's Jasmine. She said that in the next thing. Does my cousin Louis Romero have any messages? He passed away a long time.
Okay.
And you see that she's a psychic medium, but it's very hard for us to read for ourselves. Thank you, AMLL. I appreciate you saying hello. Louis Romero. He's very excitable. He's quite expressive. And he's really happy. He's saying, don't worry about him. He's saying that he is in a place where he can be the best that he can be. He's almost like helping other souls who cross over too early. And he's really cute, and he has like jeans that are baggy and sneakers and like a t-shirt, and he's really cute, and he's saying, don't worry about me. I've got it going on over here. And he wants you to know that he loves the tribute that everybody is doing for him. I don't know if there's some sort of a public tribute. I don't know if there's like a bench or a sign, or if it's on his headstone, or if it's on bumper stickers or on a car. There's some sort of a public tribute, and he's saying he knows how much he's loved, and he's saying that his friends, he wants to send love to his friends. I feel like his friends were a really big part of his life, and he says that including you are part of the friends. And he's saying that don't feel sorry for him, and he's just really happy and excited. He wants to let you know that he's good. He's saying, I'm good. I'm great. And like, thank you. And all my friends, and you guys are so great to me. Like, he's really very excitable. I'm not sure if this is his personality. But he's just saying to thank you and thank everybody for being for paying tribute to him and for keeping him in your memory. And he's saying that you and his friends think of him often. And even though it was like, years ago, he's saying you still do think of him, that certain things do remind you of him and his friends. He's saying you and my friends, you all have this reminder. And he's saying it warms his heart to know that he made such a difference in other people's lives. And he wants you to know that you are the brave ones. He's talking about his friends. Are you like, you felt him hug you right now? Absolutely. So he's still learning over there. I feel like it. Yes. You keep seeing his face in your dreams. That is a visitation for sure. So when I get that too, they come in and they like go like this, and they go, huh, and they like smile, but it's not just their face, it's like it's illuminated. It's like all of this energy behind them when they're smiling, and they look like a luminous being, and it's like filled with love. He wants you to know that this is him letting you know that he's okay, not to worry about him, not to feel sorry for him, not to be sad. But that is an amazing, that is him letting you know that he is doing well. So he's still learning over there. He's helping others, and he's able to be everything that he wants to be right now. It's almost like this was part of his life, was to live here only for a short while so that he could be here so that he could learn what he needed to learn to be on the other side and help others who are crossing over early. It's like he just wants to help others who are in his position or in his situation. Yeah. And he's saying he's saying his friends and you. So I don't know, do you like date one of his friends, or do you see one of his friends? It's not just, and he's saying you and his friends. It's like you feel the same way his friends do. So I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. So Luis Romero, how about you, Miss Akela?
So I want to know, and did you all call him, or somebody call him? And it's interesting because it sounds like childhood, and I hear a child saying Louis, 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 instead of, because I'll pronounce it Louis, right? But it was so interesting the way they're saying his name. His name is sounding out. I agree with Jean, because he was very happy. The way he came in, or the energy came in, it was high vibe. Did he pass very young? And when I say very young, could be early, late teens, early. Well, he's just presenting to me the energy that I'm getting. I would say is much. It's younger energy, and that could be the happiest times. I don't know.
She said his dad called him that, and which is called him Louis. Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I kept hearing. I'm like, okay, maybe that's how they want me to pronounce it. But that was cool. So okay. But then I was sitting here trying to get a message, and basically the happiness that Jean felt is what I was getting as well. And then I was guided to pull from this deck, and the card I got says healing in the now, right? And the message is very interesting because healing in the now says suffering provides you with guidance. And as I'm reading this, I'll tell you what I felt after. It says, illness often comes with much suffering. Know that the angels of healing surround you always. It may sound strange at first, but illness also always denotes an inner disorder. This disorder may date back a long time. It might even be lifetimes ago, or might be an acute occurrence. Illness is always an inner psychological event. No matter whether it's about you or someone close to you, don't judge, stay in love, believe in the wisdom that works behind everything. Hope for the doors that may open to give you confidence. But as I was reading this, what it felt like to me is, as someone still holding on to and maybe multiple, the sadness of his passing, even though it's years ago. And from what I get from this is this card, healing in the now. It's allow, and I hope that the messages that we get here today helps whoever it is that needs it. It may not be you, Jay, but another family member. And I hope that if they hear these messages, this message from Jean and I, that it brings them some sort of comfort in knowing that he is happy, he is okay. And that is what he wants for the family as well, right? You just said you felt him hug you. So they too, I feel like if they can or if they allow themselves to go through the process of the grief and not hold on to the actual passing, they will also be able to feel his energy around them. He's there, but because they can't, they not that they can't, because they're unable to right now let go of that ball of grief, it's kind of like stifling. So just know, and share with whomever that Louis he is very happy. And as I said, for me, he was presenting more of like the childhood era. Okay, and I hope that helped you, GE.
Yeah, and Jasmine says that she had lots of friends cross over because he kept saying you and my friends for some reason, and I thought it was the friends left behind. And she also said love is always kind and love always wins. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and his dad, her uncle used to call him that. And
Okay.
she said she's glad that he's happy, but
Oh,
and she says it's like stuck energy, and it's about the tragedy of how he lost, how he left, and the fact and the tragedy that he did leave so young. But he doesn't want you to remember him by how he passed. He wants you to remember him for the joy that he brought into everybody's life. Try not to focus on how the passing, the tragedy part, and don't define him as, whatever, whatever the passing was.
yeah.
Um,
And
he's not really, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just about to say quickly, and you know how some families, when we lose someone, we tend not to want to talk about the person, right? So not talking about the person also kind of like holds, as you said, that stuck energy, right? But if it's not about like breaking down and crying, but if you talk about the joyous times we shared together, the times they made you laugh, the time they may have fell, and this is probably him saying, and roll down the hill, and you laugh again, that is raising the vibration. That is allowing the sadness to now shift so that you're bringing in the joyous times, and he can come in more towards his dad and whomever else that needs him the most. Yeah. Yeah. Happy
Yeah.
times.
Hmm. Hmm. He knows you miss him, and he knows that you think of him a lot, and he's feels honored that um, you devote a tribute to him, is what he was talking about. So, but he's an amazing high energy vibration for sure. Very, very outgoing and very fun to talk to. Hey, Donna Marie, nice to see you. Here's Healing Readings by Donna Marie. Nice to see you. And I wanted to bring up something else. For Jenny in Virginia, if you go to, if you're on my website, I'm sorry, if you're on my YouTube, go to the posts, right? You know how the posts under the community tab? In the members only, I have the link to today's show. So you just have to go to that post and click on the link, and you'll be in today's show. And I don't know if you want to copy it. I don't know if you can copy it and paste it. I'm not sure if that'll work. I don't think so. But the link is in there. If you go to posts, and if you need my help, I can go to my YouTube page, go under the posts of where you used to be community, scroll down because you're a member, scroll down, and you'll see there where I have the past life mini readings as my guest, members only, and click, and the link that will be live to get right into the Zoom. And then you just go when it's time today at 4 o'clock or wherever you are, just click on that link and you'll come right in. That's the link to the Zoom event. I hope that makes sense, Jenny. Let me know. You can try it now and make sure you know where it is. You just have to go back to the post is all. Yeah. Yeah. This way I don't email anybody anything. It's all right there for all of the members and for all of anybody who wants to come in. Yeah. She's like, oh, okay. No problem, Jenny. I'm trying to I'll try and make it clear and like put directions, you know. My mom oh, I'm so sorry, Sanford. Yeah. We'll see if we can get to that. So we have AMLL, and then after AMLL, we'll do you S Sanford. And would you kindly just give us your mom's first name? And thank you very much for your donation.
AMLL is here. Yep.
May I ask what's coming next for me in love? Currently single. I talk like that because I love readings, especially when it's open ended. Because I can here I have some love cards here too. Let me see what I can find.
That's what I need to get. I need to get some love cards.
Yeah, this is the Romance Oracle.
Oh, okay.
And it's by Doreen Virtue, but they make like a knockoff. It's the Romance Angels Oracle deck, Romance Angels. And they're really very pointed, like attraction, deception, express your love, past life relationship, new love, wedding, you know, like it's one of those. It's quite pointed. But let me just see what I pick up for you. AMLL is what I'll call you unless you want to tell me your name. I have your mom's name, Sanford, S. Sanford.
Okay.
So do you have kids? AMLL? I see kids around you. And I feel like you've had a relationship, obviously, that didn't work out. And it's sort of left you disappointed and not wanting to put yourself back out there again. You are quite sensitive, and you're not a player, and you don't like these quick apps. You want quality, you want integrity, you want substance, you want kindness, and you know, integrity. I want to say that twice. Trying to see what I see for you. I do feel that it's a little bit about your understanding or your perspective, because it's not like you're afraid of it, but you're afraid that it won't work out again. And it's almost like that type of energy that you're afraid to put yourself out there because it might not work out again. That is maybe putting like energy around you. And when you open up and you start understanding about, it's like a numbers, it's not a game, but it's a numbers thing. Like if they say you have to kiss so many frogs before you meet your prince. And really it's like an auditioning. You just, hang out and go and have coffee or go and meet, somewhere in public, and you talk to somebody, or you feel, you just see, is this somebody that I could have coffee with? And just instead of interviewing each and every person that you come in contact with, to interviewing them for the groom role, you want to just see if they're compatible with your own energy. If there's something that you find intriguing or something that you admire about them. Also, it's important to mention to others that you've decided to begin dating again, even if you haven't been on a first date yet. It's important for you to tell others, because that is a really great way to to get yourself back out there. So I pulled a card for you, and this one says, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. Let go of control issues. And it's almost like I only want to date if it's going to work out. And that's where it says, allow things to the situation to unfold naturally. Um, and I also have a recommendation. I'm going to try and get my link. It's um, John Gray is Men Are from Mars, Women Are from Venus. And he's brilliant about understanding how the opposite, how we work, how our brains work. And it has opened my eyes and brought me understanding and almost like empowered me to understand different people the way they work differently. And it gave me so much insight and so much empowerment that I felt strong enough to go back out, because I had dated a guy for 3 years and then we broke up and I thought he was the one, and I was just devastated. So before I met my husband, I said, I'm just going to start dating. And, at that time, it was a little different. This is going back like 25 years ago, but I just kept going out on different dates. And some people were drunks, and some people were, really hyper, and some people were really boring, wouldn't talk. And some people, all different kinds. But you find what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like. You find the deal breakers and you find the things. Um, but it's a little bit about your energy and the way you perceive the next relationship, because it's not going to be perfect and he's not going to be rescuing you. It's about coming together. It's about meeting in the middle. And I'm going to try and put that link in for my playlist that I have while Akila's doing her reading. How about you, Akela?
Okay. Whew. Jean, my cards reflect almost everything you just said. Because the first card I got, right? And I asked, what's coming for you next in love? The first card I got, it says Archangel Michael, but at the bottom it says protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. But when I read this card, what I'm feeling is you've protected your heart. Why? But you set up these boundaries around your heart so that you don't feel violated, taken advantage of, your time isn't wasted. And that your heart is like in this cage. You want love, but then you're afraid of being hurt or taken for granted, right? And then the next card that spirit showed me, and it was masculine energy. Maybe the people that you've dated were a little bit into themselves more, all right? And then they said, so those were the first three cards. And then I got the time card, right? And the time card says that you are delaying it because you need to learn to trust, to allow love in, and maybe slowly. Here's what I just heard in my head. Create a list. What are you looking for in someone else? Do they need to be 6 feet, 5 feet, physical attributes, but then go within, what do you want in that person's heart? Do you want generosity? Do you want kindness? Do you want somebody who has almost the same values as you do, or whatever else you want? Create that list. And then I heard, get outside, because that person isn't going to come knocking at your door. And even when you get outside, it's being open to communicate. Somebody approaches you, and this is a lesson for myself also, don't just put those guards, it's like the wall goes whoosh as soon as the person comes. And then they can feel the shift in energy. Be open to just talk, and see how you vibe with that person. Because if it's not vibing, it's not going to work out, right? But then I asked, what can AML do to shift this narrative in these cards that I got? And the card is Ocean of Boundaries, Code Cutting, Energetic Balance, and Liberation. But what stood out for me in this card is how the heart is lit up, right? So you need to work on so we have to create boundaries so that people don't disrespect us, violate us, right? But then sometimes we create boundaries that are so like tight, air can't get in. So they're saying that you need to drop those boundaries a little bit, not a whole lot, or the ones that you are willing to release hold of a bit, to allow love and to come in, open up your heart and let that person find you. But get outside. You have to get outside and, somebody say hi, you might just say hi back. And based on how the conversation goes, you determine, if there's a connection. If there's no connection, you whatever, but get to know people. And that's a hard one to do because I struggle with that as well, because you always think it's a motive behind it. But trust that whoever approaches you, ask your team, ask your higher self, what should I do? Or should I give them a try? And then go with the answer that you get. But work on the boundaries that you've created, reevaluate the extent of the boundaries. Maybe, if your boundaries are like this big, see where you can maybe tame it down a little bit. And that's what I have for you, AMLL. I hope that helps.
Yeah, they said we can call him Amel,
Oh,
Amel, and they said not into dating now because I feel like I have a more healing to do within myself, and that is true. And I do encourage you to listen to that John Gray. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, or vice versa. And I just put that link in there that I put in is my playlist. It just goes right to his YouTube channel, but he's been doing a lot more offering on YouTube for free. I had to pay for that course, and it really opened up my mind and helped me to understand that we're all just people. We're just talking two different languages, and it really helps to understand how women work, how men work, and why they do the things that they do. And if men are sitting on the couch and we're running around and we're doing 900 things and we don't ask them to help us, they'll think that we've got it. It's because men don't ask other men for help. They just don't, not unless they need it. So he knows that you're going to do everything in the world. Unless you need help, you're going to ask him. And I'm like, you're kidding. You mean they can't see that I'm doing 9 things and they're doing? No, they will, because it's offensive for men to interfere with other men when they're working, because it's like, oh man, what do you think? I can't do this? They don't want to offend you by helping you. If you're fine, they don't want to. And I never, and I like, we all take offense by it because women, we would help each other.
yeah.
It was really eye opening. I mean, just brilliant, brilliant, time after time, little bits of information like that you just never understand about the opposite sex, that makes us tick the way that we do. And it really is empowering, and it really does help you to reduce the emotional charge around dating, because it involves so much emotion and so much hurt, and it really does help to get into that even playing field so that you can begin again. It helped me more than, I mean, I think I'm going to sign up for he has a course to be a counselor, a dating counselor. And I mean, I want to take it so that I can learn everything I can. He's a great communicator. So that's what I have.
I'm going to check him. And that's the biggest thing. Communication. Communication is key, you know. But hey.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. And it's good that you know that you're not into dating right now. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we both saw. That's what we both saw, that you had some, she said that's similar to Surrounded by Idiots book. Oh, maybe. We'll try your recommendation. It gives you information, it gives you perspective, which is just, it's invaluable, really it is. And I know it's a little bit after the hour, Akela, but I have one more. I think I said one more.
Yeah,
It was Sanford. Is that okay?
that's fine.
Okay. All right. So we'll do one more here. And Sanford says her mom passed over a decade ago. Any messages from her? And I said, what is her name? And she said, Renita.
Okay.
And she wants you to know that there is no time on the other side. First of all, she wants you to know, she's like, it's not that long ago. Like, 50 years is like 10 minutes to them. It really is like there just is no concept of time over there. And time also does not equal distance. You know how if you had a high school friend and you haven't talked to them in 20 years, they seem really far away from us. They seem like they're really way back there when we were in high school or something, and it seems far away. But when our loved ones cross, their time does not equal distance. They're not farther away the longer they're gone. They're right here. They're constantly right here. It's like omnipresence is the first thing that she wants you to know. And she's just like, let me see, Renita. She's sending out her love, and she's showing me her. I'm like asking her to present to me, and she's almost like floating like an angel, and in her energy body, sort of like really glowing and luminous and sort of floating is what she's showing herself. And she has a lot of honor and respect and much gratitude. Like she has reverence. She's like going like this to me and nodding her head. So I'm not sure if, and it doesn't matter if she was religious or not, but she has a lot of reverence to her. On the other side, she's showing me that she's in a space of prominence and not authority, but respect. She's in a place of respect, honor, reverence. She's showing me this in her energy. So I'm not sure if she was the matriarch. And she's saying that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, that we are who we believe we are. And she's saying, my dear daughter, that it's if and that you are a lot like me. And she's saying, you respect yourself. You give yourself honor. You insist that other people treat you with respect. And this is important for your mom to tell you this. And she's saying, don't put yourself down. She's saying, be kind to yourself. And I'm not sure if it's anybody else saying this to you or if you are saying this to you. Like I should have a house by now, or I should have, whatever we say about ourselves, that we judge ourselves. And she said, no, we are honorable beings. We have honor, we have respect, and it's important for you to treat yourself that way so that others know how to treat you. She's saying that it's important to treat ourselves first before I see you being generous and being of service to other people and kind to other people. She's saying, and somehow it's just not filling you up like you thought it might be. And she's saying, because it's important for you to be kind and generous to yourself, that it has to come from a full cup before you can give anything to others. And perhaps, I don't know if you're giving too much or doing too much, or if you're helping a family member and you're really overextending yourself. She's saying it's really important for you to it's not like going back on a promise. It's not like you said, okay, I'll be there every day for football, and you're like exhausting, you just can't make it. And she's saying it's okay to make yourself a priority and um, to fulfill obligations once you feel that you're ready to. She's talking about your energy, giving and taking. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. She says she was well respected in life. She was the matriarch. She was the president of the Women's Auxiliary. Well, she still is. She is on a prominent spot right now. She said, I never married or had children. It took me a minute, but I'm fine with that. Yeah. She's saying, be kind to yourself and don't overextend yourself, and don't use that as an excuse. There's many, many, many people who follow that path, and it's still important for you to take care of yourself. And how about you, Miss Akela?
Okay, so I didn't draw any cards because I wanted to get more mediumship messages, and she took me straight to the dog. And I was like, okay, well, what does this mean? And what I saw next, and I don't know if this is, oh, okay. When she took me straight to the dog sees her energy. The dog knows she's there. So if you see the dog is like staring at stuff, something, and you're trying to figure out, what are you looking at? The dog is seeing her. Then she showed me an image of a person either bending over or squatting. It might more be bending over. And the dog, they have the dog's face in their hands like this. And it's like, well, what do you want? Kind of thing, you know? But it's a nice motherly, gentle but fun kind of, like, you know, you squeezing the dog's cheeks as well as you're asking, what does the dog want? So I wanted to know, how long have you, I know she's been gone a decade ago, but how long have you had this dog, if you don't mind me asking? Because I feel like what I was feeling when I got that question was as if she may have somehow guided the path of you and that dog connecting. And my right ear started like popping. And I asked if that is one of the ways that she may be whispering in your ear. I didn't get an answer on that, but she I just saw something as Sanford put. Um, she and my late dog Samuel L. Jackson are together. Oh, okay. Interesting. Um, so I asked her, oh, and then I asked her, can you show me something evidential that S. Sanford could identify? And she took me back to the dog and cupping the dog's face. I was like, okay, well, maybe it was you that I saw cupping the dog's face. But her message for you was that she is always there. That's what she said. She said, I'm always there. So you don't ever have to question if she is or isn't. And then I asked her for one more evidential item, and I heard the color red. So do you have something red of hers, or are you wearing red? That's the first thing. Are you wearing red? Have something red of hers, or maybe even the dog has something that is red. But I asked, well, what is this red item? And she said, you'll know. So that's what I got for you, S. Sanford. And I hope that, you know, the imagery that she showed me and the, you know, I'm always there, it helps you. Okay.
Yep. She said, I just put my 15-year-old dog down last October.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they're together. That was really, really very important for you to know, to hear. My late dog saved me from a house fire when I lived 2 doors down from her mom. Wow.
Oh, jinx.
Wow.
We said wow together. So, you know, when we see flames of fire, and I wasn't even thinking of this when I heard the red, right? Sometimes when you look at it, it has this reddish, orangish look. So I don't know if that was the furthest thing from my mind. But the red, she says, you will know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, she says, "Thank you both. It has been therapeutic for me." Well, we're so happy that it helped you for sure. And she said everything she wanted to say through me, and that the dogs, it was important for you because it was so close to your heart, and your mom knew that that was important for you to know that your dog was with her. And I love the way that we can tag team and get something different, and still, come out with a full message. I love that. Samuel L. Jackson. I love that. Oh my gosh. She also says that she's been thinking about retiring from public service work after more than 25 years. Yeah. And, that's that taking care of you and doing what's right for you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so Judy in the Skies is here. Hi, Judy in the Skies, VIP. She said, "So good to see you two collaborating." Hello, everyone. I'm lurking. Have to get on the road, won't be able to stay. Oh, that was nice of her to say hello. That
Yeah.
was really nice. Well, that is going to be the show for today. Thank you, Akela, for all of your magical, magical readings, your beautiful cards. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I tried to shout out everybody who was in all my members and all of the moderators. We really cannot do this without you guys. It's amazing. We love having you all here, and I just love this community. And Linda wanted to say for the members, anybody that is a member, you get all of my 2025 events, all of the events from now until the end of the year. All of the events, I will post a Zoom link in the members post, members only post, and that's where you'll find the Zoom link for and I'll do it like maybe 2 or 3 days ahead. I did it, I think it was like 2 days back. So you can go in the members only, go right, find the Zoom link, and then click on that link and you'll go right into the event. And that's at no charge for all of my members. And that's just my way of saying thank you. So you can either, and Rush is here. Hi, Rush. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Emma Sherlock, you're so sweet. Two very talented psychic mediums. Yep. Akela-B and I have been studied together and practiced together a lot. So, yeah, she's an amazing. I love the way you can hear things. And that first thing you hear, you can bank on it, I tell you.
But you know what I noticed too, Jean, with certain things I may hear it, and if I don't acknowledge it, they won't give me anything else. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna say it, and then they start giving me other stuff.
Yep. Yep, that's why I have to get like validation sometimes. I have to say, was he that way? Did he always say that? Like, because they're like waiting, and it's almost like it strengthens the connection once we get you to say yes, or what, even if you say no,
Yeah.
it's one way or the other. It's not. It's just that we need to know that we're on the right energy, and then more will come in. So it's really it's a three-way conversation. Yeah. Wisdom Seeker Joan is here. She says she'll watch the replay. Good for you. And look, the Crone Zone is here. Hello, Priscilla. Thank you for coming. I don't know if she's in Palm Springs yet, but my goodness, I'd love to work by or be a fly on her wall, right?
We're gonna all come visit you, Priscilla.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you all again soon. And speaking of that, I'll be back later on today for a solo show. And then the end of the day will be the past life mini readings. If anybody wants to join me there, that's at 4:00 today. My solo show will be at 12:45. All right. So thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.